Ukeday, droplets drip like an anime. Hey, what's the word? Welcome to the next episode of Sunday Sidecar on a Monday. You know the drill, the series where we break down and bust up last week's Tuesday Ukeday drop from yours truly, Uke Brute. Last week's episode, C'est La Vie. Alright, where to begin? This is a great song. I have a lot of things to say about it. I think we'll see how the video turns out. But as the disclaimer says in the Uke Brute description, we don't know if there's going to be any 2024 songs. But fuck the disclaimers, because we got a new 2024 ditty on our hands here. That's right. This one was just recently written and recorded for your viewing pleasure, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for all who have viewed it and who may view it in the future. That being said, let's dive into it. So let's start off with the lyrics. So this song is essentially, it might not be apparent at first glance, although all of you astute viewers will probably have already recognized this. The song is about the precariousness of dating, specifically the precariousness of that first date. You can be talking to someone, you guys can be, just on the same wavelength, vibing at full speed, both your energy just at the same level. You got that first date coming up, Friday night rapidly approaching. Then all of a sudden, Uncle Stu comes to town with the stomach flu. Bam! Or, you start to really regret the fact that you decided to eat those nachos Belgrande Supreme that have been sitting in your car dashboard for the past 2 days. Even if they had just been warmed up nicely by the sun. But still, all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're living on consomme, you're chugging yellow Gatorade. You don't know when things are going to end. And you know what? Chances are you have no shot at that date. You're done, son. You're gone, gal. It's over. No matter what your excuse is, it's over. And that's that precariousness that this song kind of speaks to. And so you're still trying to be like, what do you say? What are you going to call? Sometimes you do have a run-in with the law or with some robbers. You get jumped. You haven't. You know people who have. It's a fact of life, and you're still trying to be like, hey, I'm just dealing with the police and picking up the pieces after my life, after my personal peace has been disturbed. And what do you do? And you're at that date trying to be like, what do you think? I'm not normally dealing with all this. And even at the final verse, you go to your therapist, you go to your psychiatrist, you go to your whomever you need to speak to, and we try to go up a little bigger the more that we shrink, but sometimes everything's just still so turbulent, like a glass that's fragile to a clink. And that's where we're kind of stuck with this, and we're left with the fact that so it goes, and as we can see, we can only say C'est La Vie. So it goes, that phrase is a direct, I was going to say allusion, but it's a direct reference to Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five, amazing novel, horrific, violent, brutal. And the protagonist has his catchphrase, tagline, slogan, his deal with that mantra, so to speak, is so it goes. And in a lot of ways, it's equivalent to C'est La Vie, such is life, so it goes, what can you do? And that's where we're left with. And despite all the turmoil, despite all the turbulence, despite all of the I don't want to say torture, but, meta-torture or something. All we can do is C'est La Vie, keep on trucking. It's a motif in a lot of my songs. And lots of times it's an external problem that we have no control over. And that's the worst, when that's affecting your life. And that's when you just have to say, C'est La Vie. That's when you just have to say, C'est La Vie. For the problems that we can control and influence, that's a different story and a different song. But for now, we have, so it goes, and as we can see, we can only say, C'est La Vie. I really like this strum pattern. I was putting together the chord progression, something like, it was kind of coming along something like that when I was originally piecing together each chord in that progression, that melody. But I didn't like the strum. Was not digging the strum. And then I was looking up other strum patterns, just kind of figuring out how to make it better. And I came across a bunch of these Eastern European. I'm not even sure what the instrument was. I couldn't pronounce any of the words. I couldn't even tell you what the words were. But a bunch of kind of like lutes maybe. I don't know. But then they had that strum, and I was like, I like that. That seems fun as hell. It really spoke to me. And so becomes still a very new strum to me. It's not very good. I mean, not very perfect on my end. Very brutal, as you can tell. But I like it. I think it really fits the vibe to this song and meshes it well and brings it all together with the lyrics, the attitude, the theme, the topic, and the potential. And that potential is just to be able to shrug this shit off. Shrug it off. And just be like, so it goes, and as we can see, we can only say, C'est La Vie. So it goes, and as we can see, we can only say, C'est La Vie. Oh, c'est La Vie. Hopefully you can say, C'est La Vie as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you viewers. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to check back soon for another ditty from